Welcome to our video on our plan for the Jubilee year of 2025. Every 25 years, the Church holds a special celebration called a Jubilee year. 2025 is one of those special years. Since ancient times, God's followers have a year that was especially dedicated to God. It was a time of forgiveness and rest. People would give back the things that they had taken from someone else, and farmers would leave their fields to rest and not plant anything. This rest gave them time to focus on their relationships with God and other people. Why did they need this special year for this? Well, sometimes we all need to reset anything that has gone off course. Like someone driving a car or steering a ship, sometimes we can drift away from where we're supposed to be going in life. The Jubilee year is a time to get back on track, all together, as one big church family around the world. The Jubilee helps us to remember that we're on our way to heaven. We can live right now like people whose eyes are fixed on the goal of heaven. A Jubilee year reminds us to walk with Jesus each and every day. Forgiveness is one of the main themes in the Jubilee year, and Pope Francis has asked us to extend an olive branch with those that truly need our forgiveness. Within the challenges we'll be doing with our 3 and 30 reset group, we'll be spending some time individually, prayerfully, and confidentially making a list of people that we would like to forgive. I will send out specific exercises to go through an act of forgiveness, spiritually giving these people to Jesus on the cross and asking Jesus for his transforming grace to heal us where people have hurt us. Whether that person is living or deceased, we will grant them forgiveness and entrust them to Jesus' divine and merciful heart. In this slide, I took a paragraph from the Pope's document on the Jubilee year, Spes non confundi, and he talks a little bit about pilgrimage. Pilgrimage is, of course, a fundamental element of every Jubilee event. Setting out on a journey is traditionally associated with our human quest for meaning in life. A pilgrimage on foot is a great aid for rediscovering the value of silence, effort, and simplicity of life. And within our 3 and 30 reset group, our whole journey this year is a pilgrimage of heart, mind, and body to purge what is necessary so that God can increase and we decrease. We are filled with hope, and we need to proclaim the good news. As we are transformed, our life is a witness of God's transforming love in us to those around us. As a pilgrim group within 3 and 30, we're offering up our prayers and physical sacrifices for the conversion of sinners, in reparation for our own sins and for our continual conversion, and in reparation for the sins of the souls in purgatory. We're also going to be doing some challenges related to the works of mercy as laid out by the Catholic Catechism, both corporal works and spiritual works. So you can see on the screen right there, clothe the naked, feed the hungry, bearing wrongs patiently, forgiving all injuries, and praying for the living and dead. There'll be exercises throughout the year that will speak to each one of those. It's also going to have a personal aspect. So for instance, in Feed the Hungry, not only are we going to be giving to our local food bank, but we're also going to be fasting in union with giving so that that personal thing that we're doing really affects us and spiritually affects other people that are going to be getting food from the food bank. Asking God for forgiveness is a natural part of the Jubilee year. And in our 3 and 30 pilgrimage, we're going to be visiting the Sacrament of Penance each month. We will have an examination of conscience that parallels the liturgical theme for that month so that we can reach down deep and search for those sins that maybe we have forgotten about or haven't really even considered. As we strip away through this beautiful sacrament, we are inviting God to increase in us as we decrease in humility. But we also have the lens of forgiveness that we've been forgiven by God. And so when we look to our neighbor, our heart hopefully grows in hopefulness to be able to extend that forgiveness to one another. Hope is the overarching theme to this Jubilee year. From Romans 5:5, hope does not disappoint. Scripture urges us to always be ready to give an explanation to anyone who asks you for a reason for your hope. I'm sure that's not something that we think of each and every day, but as part of our pilgrimage, we are going to do exercises each month to sit and really prayerfully answer that question. We will collect all of our monthly hope messages and we'll visit them at the end of the year in our December retreat, being able to lay out those as a gift to Jesus, letting him know that he is our hope. And then when someone approaches us and asks us why we hope, hopefully we'll have an answer ready to give them. Every diocese must provide to their parishioners an alternative to the designated holy doors that Pope Francis opened at the beginning of the Jubilee year. As an exercise, we will be encouraged to research within our diocese where our holy door is located and, if possible, make a trip throughout the year. In addition, I will be traveling to Rome in September, and I will be placing the names of all of the people registered for our 3 and 30 Jubilee Pilgrimage and their requests, prayer requests, in a book, and I will be taking them through the holy doors, and then we're having an audience with the Pope in that month, and I will bring all of the intentions and people registered for our 3 and 30 pilgrimage to the Holy Father, and when he gives his blessing, ask him to bless you as well. The Church's Jubilee years are ultimately grounded in the biblical Jubilee year, which, according to Leviticus 25, came around every 50 years and was celebrated by forgiving all debts, granting freedom to all in bondage, and returning everyone to their homes and family, allowing everyone to rest in God's fullness. Within our pilgrimage along the Jubilee year, we will aim through dedicated exercises and challenges and openness to God's abundant grace to do just that. Thank you for joining us for this video and learning a little bit more about our 3 and 30 Reset, Renew, and Rebuild for this Jubilee year. If you have not registered for 3 and 30, then please visit our website, Mount Carmel Place of Prayer. We want to add you to our list to carry with us to Rome and have that papal blessing in this Jubilee year. Until next time, God bless.